Welcome back to the Sticks and Threads podcast. My name is Jen and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands where I live with my husband, my 3 kids, and our cat. It's been another hectic time, and life just got between everything, and it's just the way it is. It's been a while, but I'm here right now, and let's see what we can chat about. I have a ton again, as always. First, welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and I really appreciate it. And welcome if you're a new viewer. I really appreciate it. I really hope everyone will enjoy this episode. And let's get started because I have finished objects. I do. Last episode I said, well, the next time I will not have that many finished objects. Well, I was wrong. I have 4. Yeah. So let's get started. The first one, it's all here besides me. I'm sitting on the ground in front of the sofa, and so I had to lay everything around me. And it's really, it will get better, I promise. But more about that in the end. I finished my Slow Curve shawl by Hoagie Locatelli, and it is awesome. It's really big. Where to start? Well, I'll first show you the yarns. Well, what I have left over. I have this one left over. This is, semi-solid. I dyed it myself, so it has no name, no tag or anything. This was just dyed by me in a, well, I don't know how to call it. And the next one, it's this one. I also dyed this one, so again, it has no name, no tag or anything. So they were dyed on the same day with the same dye lot and everything, so they really match. Oh, here's the other one. I'm sorry. I have 2. The next one is this one. Let me see. And it's dyed by Starfiber Studio, and it's called Tropical Sunset. This is her old logo. She has a new logo, and that's this one. Also Starfiber Studio, and it's this one that's left. It's called Midnight Garden, and it's really pretty. So they go together. And it all went into a massive shawl. It's blocked. Oh, I forgot one end. I wove in all the ends. I thought I had snipped them all, but this one is left. Ah well, who cares? I will do that when I put it away. And look how it's massive. But it's so pretty. In winter, you can really wrap yourself around. It's really so, whoa. It's really warm at the moment again, so I'm not going to keep it on. I will not. It's too hot. I'm already like, I want my hair away. It's too hot. But oh, it's so pretty. And you can see I dyed this one myself, and it went into the next one that I also dyed. And this is the Tropical Sunset, and it all ends with the Midnight Garden, and it's really pretty. I love it. Well, I love knitting shawls. I love shawls. Normally, I only wear them in winter when I go outside, but I am changing my wardrobe and I'm trying to think about, well, I have a lot of shawls, so I might try to get it into the wardrobe so I can just wear some of my shawls during the day inside. I don't know how long I will do that and if it will work, but I hope to because I love knitting shawls and I have more than 10. So, yeah, well, let's not talk about that, okay? Next is also a hogi locatelli pattern and it's also finished. My beach grass socks, they are finished and I love them. I have not washed them or blocked them yet. I only put them on the sock blocker. And this is my first pair I knit entirely on DPNs. I used Chowgu DPNs and I really enjoyed them. It was really, they were so light and yeah, it's perfect DPNs. But also, my socks, I really love them and I can't wait to start wearing them. The yarn is hand dyed by Kate in the color Nebula, and this is what I have left over. And it's really, yay, a pair of socks off the needles. Awesome. Next, can you guess? Another Hogi Locatelli pattern, because last episode I was doing all the Hogi patterns. Yeah, they need to get finished, so I finished a few things. Let me gather stuff. This was really special for me, and I'm really sad I finished it because it was really a joy to knit on, and all the things just came together. And I thought, oh, maybe I should cast on another one. And then I thought, no, you can never replicate that feeling when you knit that first shawl, when everything comes together, the yarn, the project bag, the pattern, everything. So I restrained myself and knitted other stuff, but I finished my Pure Joy shawl by Hogi, and it was a pure joy to knit on. Really easy, just straightforward. It's really nice to knit on, and this is the end result. Can you see? It's really also, it's washed, blocked, everything, and I love it. This is my second shawl in singles, and I have fallen in love with singles. Really, they are a joy to knit with, and this is so soft and squishy. It's the slow curves is also really soft and squishy, but you can really feel the difference. And this is really a little bit more squishiness and softness, and really, I love it. I love it. I used yarn from Sandra. I just want some happy news. And this is, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped the table. This is all I have left from one skein. I cut out 2 rows at the end from this color because I have another skein, but I just didn't want to get into that one just for 2 rows. So I decided to leave those 2 rows out, and this is all I have left. But this is still plenty enough to go into my cozy memory blanket, so I'm really happy about that. And it's really, it's pretty yarn. I love it. It was from my oldest stash, and I'm really happy I finally knit it up. Where do I leave everything? The other one is from Deze and it's called Supergirl and it's so pretty. Also, this was also in my stash for so long. So I'm really happy I finally knit up all the pretty yarn. And this is what I have left. Plenty of yarn for all my blankets. I will talk about those later. But it was an awesome knit. Really, I can recommend it. So really, really happy with this one. Everything surrounding it was amazing, really. Well, I have one more finished set, and it's not hoagie. It's not hoagie. Um, I am in the middle of gift knitting, Christmas gift knitting, farewell gift knitting. I don't know how to call everything, but my oldest girl, her best friend, she is just such a sweetheart. And she loves blue, light blue and everything. And I had some light blue yarn in my stash and I thought, well, I will knit up a hat for you. So you have something warm to remember your friendship with my daughter. Bye. It's all the stash. It's from Flea Bubs and Lala. It's called Elsa. When I got this, it's really pretty. I got this, I knitted up a toddler sweater for someone, and when it was all finished, she said, well, I don't want it anymore. So I ripped it out, and I had all these tiny little balls of this yarn that, yeah, it's just a waste. I'm not going to throw that away. So I decided, well, I can knit a hat with that. I'm sure it's plenty. It was 2 skeins I had. So I knitted the Amortensia hat from the knitting expert Mina Philip. This is it. It's got some cables in it. And it's really, it's child size, so, but I hope it will last her a few years if she likes wearing hats. Her mom said she does, and her favorite color is light blue, so this is just perfect. It has a little bit of speckles of purple in it all around, so yay, I did a hat. But then I still had a ton left, so I thought, well, I will knit a cowl. So I knit a cowl. I was fitting it constantly with my daughter. I didn't use a pattern. I just looked at a few patterns for seeing how many stitches I needed to cast on, and I just went. I thought about doing the same pattern as the Amortensia hat, but my mind was just not into it, and I just didn't want to work out all the maths and everything, so I decided, well, it's just plain stockinette. So a cowl, and it fits perfectly with my daughter, and they are the same age, and so I hope this will be okay. And I still had a ton left, so I decided, well, a pair of mittens. I went to the world's simplest mittens by Think and Knit. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it really is simple. You can really, yeah, it's for all kinds of weights of yarn. It's for, let me see, fingering weight, DK weight, worsted weight, and chunky weight. For all sizes. Baby, let me see. It starts at toddler, child, adult, small, adult, medium, adult, large. So really, you can't go wrong here. So I did that, and then my daughter said, well, Mom, I don't want them closed. I want fingerless mittens. I said, they are not for you. These are for your friends. Yeah, but she will want that too. But these are closed up with thumb and everything. So I thought, well, that's easy. I don't have to close it up. It's you can stop earlier with knitting, and so I have a pair of fingerless mittens. And they are a little bit too big for my daughter, but she is really small, so I really hope her friend will fit them. And I still have a lot of yarn left. And I don't know what else I can knit with it. Because this yarn used to be a toddler sweater, I have all these little nuggets. Like, these will go into a DK scrap blanket I have on the needles. I don't remember ever showing you. I will get it out next time maybe. But this will go into my scrap DK weight blanket. But I also have a cake left. It's 45 grams. So from 2 skeins of DK yarn, I made a hat, I made a pair of mittens, I made a cowl, and I still have 45 grams left. So you can go a really long way with 2 skeins of DK. Just saying. If you watched my Instagram, you know I'm destashing a lot of yarn, a lot of DK yarn, a lot of 2 skein DK yarn. So if you're inspired, please have a look at my destash page. You can knit really a whole lot of stuff with 2 skeins of DK yarn. Hats, mittens, cowls. Really, I think for an adult you can do easily a hat and a cowl, or a hat and mittens. So yeah, I can really, it's awesome, really. So now I'm thinking, what else can I do with this for her? I think maybe I'm lost for the word. Her hair, a headband with a cable, maybe something. I will see, but I'm not sure if I have time for it because I still have a lot of other gift knits to also knit, so it's not really a must. It would be nice, but we will see what I can come up with. Those were all the finished objects, really. When I start knitting, I just keep on going, and yeah, things really, I just love knitting. I can't go out, can't do a day without knitting because I will go crazy, really. I have to do a few stitches. If I don't, I'm really, I can't deal with it. I have to knit. I get up earlier in the morning just to have a few minutes of quietness and knit. I need it. When that's interrupted, I'm all cranky and like, leave me alone. So I'm a totally knitting addict. So, whips. I have whips. Of course I have whips. I have a pair of socks on the needles. Last time I showed you let me get it all out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really tired. I am knitting the Huggle socks from the Cozy Sock collection from Mina Philip, the knitting expat. And I'm far behind in this knit along. I know, but I still try to knit all the socks, and I don't know when I will finish all of them. It's okay. I don't have to. I oh wait. it's all living in this lovely project bag from Molly Klein Designs. This is her card. I really love it. And she makes lovely personal notes, and I really, that makes me so happy, really. I have everything stuffed in here. It's a small bag, but you really can stuff a lot in it if you just push a little bit. I am using basic sock yarn from Wol met Verve. It has no name, so I can't tell you the name. A wonderful DPN cozy made by Mrs. S Creations on Etsy, and this is a lovely one. It's really sturdy. She asked me if I wanted to test it, and so I am, and I'm really loving it. This is the inside. It makes you really happy, and this is really, it's really sturdy, and I love that. The snaps are really nice. And this is my sock so far. This is the second sock. I will show you the first one later on. This is from a mini I had in stash. I don't know who dyed it, so it could easily be me because I dyed a lot of solids. I also don't remember who gave me the stitch marker, so also don't know that. The knitting needles are my Knit Pro Zing needles, and they are also really nice to knit on. I'm really in a DPN mood, but only 3 DPNs and knit with the 4th one. This is my cable needle. I need that in the pattern. It's really easy. The pattern is really awesome. It's really pretty. I really love it. When I saw it, I thought, oh, that's difficult. But then I thought, well, just do what it says. And I just read the pattern, and yeah, okay, stitch by stitch, and it's really easy. I have memorized the entire pattern because it's not that much to memorize. So it's really pretty. I love the needles, I love the yarn, I love the bag, I love the pattern, I love everything surrounding these socks. And I have one finished. Last time I showed you these socks, I was here with this sock. So in the meantime, I finished the sock. I did the contrast heel, and I completely forgot to do the contrast toe. I was closing it up and I thought, oh no, I should have done that in the contrast color. I completely forgot. I thought about ripping it back and doing it in the contrast color, and then I thought, yeah, right, no, I'm not going to do that. This was an evening's worth knitting, and I am not going to rip it back and do it in the contrast color. So these socks are for me anyway, so I don't care. I like them. And this is the mini I have left from my first 50-gram ball that knitted me this sock, and I have about 20-25 grams left. So if I use all contrast, heels, cuffs and toes, I can easily knit a pair of socks from 50 grams. I'm really all over the place, I'm sorry. Next up is a, yeah, it's been on the needles for a really, really long time, but it still makes me smile. The Happy Cherry bag from Paisley Ducky, and it's really, maybe that's why I'm not finishing this project, because I love having this in my basket. I am knitting, where is the pattern? whiteout shawl by Melanie Burke. And this has been on my needles for a very long time. Let me see if I can find the tags. I am using draadkracht sea algae lace. It's really pretty. And naturally lace angora yarn that was gifted to me. And it's really pretty. This is the draadkracht yarn. This is what I have left over. No, it's not finished yet. But I'm finished with this color. I still have about 50 grams left. So I need to find a project for this. Maybe hold it double in a hat or something. I don't know what to do with it. Because I don't want to knit another lace shawl. And I don't have any matches to it. Because this is the other one and this is my last ball and I don't know how much I will have left from this. Probably not that much, I hope. I hope I don't run out because then I will have a problem. Well, then I will have to bind off and yeah. We will see. I still have a whole lot of knitting on this, but I am at the last lace section. This is still this here is where I was last time I showed you, and this is where I am now. I still have two lace sections. This is the first lace section I have to do, but it's almost done, and then I have one more lace section, and then it's bind off time finally, because as much as I love working on it, I am also really looking forward to having this off my needles and ready to wear, because this has been on my needles for a really long time now. I'm using Chogo needles. I really love these. They are my go-to needles when knitting with metal needles, because I also like wooden needles. So that's the whiteout shawl. It's really, it still have so much lace to go, and I can't knit on it when the kids are here, because it's really, you have to back and forth lace work and everything, and it's a lot to do. So I have to do it during the day, but the last few weeks during the day the knitting time was not really there. My mind was really not able to focus, and at night I'm just too tired to focus on lace knitting work. I just want to have plain and simple straight knitting stuff. So yeah, this is really, I really have to choose my time with this, but I will get it done this year, next year, who knows. So my last whip at the moment, I have a lot more, but those are all in brim state, or yeah, I have not worked on them, so I'm not showing them. These are the 3 projects I worked on that are still on the needles. This one is living in my Crafty Mama Designs project bag. Little sheepies, I love them. Dawn made these, and she's also an indie dyer, and she's a podcaster, so go check her out. In here, let me get it out. It's really a bit stuck everywhere. There's the tag. I am using Polly Orange, and she is one of my favorite indie dyers, and I really hope she will start dyeing again because her color sense, her yarns are really, it's all tangled up, but who cares? It's a hat. This is the yarn. It's with silk. It's so soft. And the colors are really, I love autumn colors. It's called early autumn and it's perfect, really awesome. Let me see if I can. I am knitting a pattern from Lane magazine, issue number 3. This is the hat I'm knitting, and I also hope to do the mittens. But I started with the hat, and it's from Lane magazine number 3, and I can really recommend the magazine because it's really well worth your money. When you see that, you think it's, oh, that's expensive, but basically it's just a book full of awesome patterns. And it's really, the pictures are awesome, and yeah, it's really worth it. This is the one I do buy still. And I don't know who sent me the stitch marker. I might have just made it myself, I don't know. All these little ones are from fripperies and bibelots, and to mark out my pattern sections so I don't mess it up too much. Because I can think back a few stitches, but I don't want to think back all the stitches. So really, it's not that far, and because I decided, well, gift knitting is more important, and I don't know who this will be for. I don't know who I will gift this, so this went a little bit behind. Like, yeah, I don't know who, so I'm going to focus on the gifts I do know the person who it's for and get it done. But it's a lovely knit. It's silk, it's soft, it's shiny, it's the perfect colors, and the needles are my Licky needles because the metal needles were just way too slippery. So I switched them to my Licky needles. Those were all my whips. Well, all my whips. The ones I actually, English is not my native language. The ones I really worked on. So yeah, I showed you my finished objects, I showed you my whips. We normally have a mail section, but I did not buy anything. I feel like really like I've been so good, now I can buy something. Well, I did buy something, but it's not here yet, so I bought the next issue of Lane magazine. It's on pre-order, so next time I hope to show you that one. But I was also gifted something. It was a huge surprise. It came in and I was like, who is this? Because she wrote her name on it, and I know several people with the same name. So I was like, I don't know who sent this to me. I want to know. It was also, it's the same name I have. So my husband said, well, did you send that to yourself? And I was like, yeah, right. I know I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I'm not going to send myself something. So I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't want to embarrass myself by asking who sent me this. Like that the person says like, well, don't you know? But I really didn't know, and she knows by now. I know it was her, but really, I hope you forgive me for not knowing it was you, Jenny. She sent me a little message, and I'm not going to read you the back side of the card because that's really personal, but it was really I, oh, I stumble on my words already. Um, it was really heartwarming, and I was speechless, and I was like, "Oh, thank you so much!" And I'm already like, yeah, tearing up a little bit because just the thoughts. It's really thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate it. So a lovely card, and she sent me two really lovely minis for my memories blanket, my cozy memory blanket, and I wanted to wind them up straight away the same day and put them in my blanket, but I also wanted to thank you in this way. So I wanted to show them they're really pretty. And now, after I've done recording this, I'm winding them up and they will go into my blanket. But also, we are chatting between everything, and she said, well, when I started destashing, she said, well, I still have those on my mind. And then I said, well, maybe we can make it a swap. There is something I need, and I can't make it myself. I started out as a crocheter, and I made so many stuffies and amigurumi and everything. I have a book closet shelf full of books and patterns and everything. But crocheting just isn't me at the moment. My wrists don't do it that well anymore. So I can't really crochet any amigurumis anymore. And my daughter came to me and she said, Mommy, I really, really want a Hedwig. And I said, well, I don't know if I can make one. And I started looking up knitting patterns, and they were all really tiny or really big, and I don't have time for that really. And so I said to Jenny, well, if you can make me a Hedwig from Harry Potter, I will send you those skeins that you are wanting. And she said, well, that's awesome. Let's do it. And she designed her own Hedwig. And it is so cute. And it's really, I hope my daughter will really love it. I'm sure she will when I make a special card with it. It's for her birthday, because I can't give it at Sinterklaas. And because then she will know Sinterklaas is not real, because she identifies these handmade products. And so this will be a birthday gift for her, and I will be sure to tell her I did not make it, but Jenny made it. And yeah, this is just so cute. I really hope you will release the pattern, because it's, look at how this, oh, it's so cute. I'm so happy you made this for my daughter, because I couldn't, and really she will be really, really happy, and it means the world to me that you made this for her. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And before I tear up anymore, I'm putting it away because my daughter can't know it's here. Her birthday is at the end of November, so it will not be shown anymore. I didn't post a picture on my Instagram. I will try to do that later, and then I will pack it up and put it away for her. So that was all the mail that came in. So it's really, I really toned down the buying. I try to, at least, because yeah, with the house move coming on, and hopefully still Edinburgh, I just want to save up. And really, honestly, I see so many stuff, things, pretty yarns, pretty bags, pretty everything, and I want to buy it all because I want to support everyone, but I can't. And I am trying to be really realistic because I already have so much. And so I'm really trying to be mindful about it. I have so many patterns already. So I'm trying to like choose patterns from my books, like Lane magazine. I buy them and then I don't knit from the patterns. I don't knit the patterns because, yeah, I have too much. So I really try to knit from the books, and I try to knit from the patterns I have in my library. I also on Ravelry, my library is massive. So I'm really trying to focus on that because I bought all those patterns. I need to knit all those patterns. And before I just go through my library and my books and everything, and I see what touches my heart. Like, I want to knit that pattern today. And then I go to my stash and try to find matches, yarns, everything. And if it's a match, I will cast it on. If it's not a match, I will put it away again and try to find something else instead of going to buy more yarn or more patterns. Or yeah, I try to be mindful. I do slip up, of course, because I'm a true yarn addict, but at least I try to really think about stuff. And yeah, I have a massive stash and it's weighing down on me, and I'm trying to de-stash again. Please go have a look at my de-stash. It's DK, some Aran weight yarn, and nothing wrong with it. I still love every single skein of it, but I just have too much and I want to de-stash it, so I have to. I have. I don't know how to express it. I will cut this out. I really want to de-stash so it's not that overwhelming anymore, and I love every single skein I put up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I have too much and it's overwhelming, and I just want to make sure it goes to someone who will knit it up straight away, who will have a use for it straight away. And yeah, it's in my stash and I'm not knitting it up, and I'm like, yeah, it's really pretty yarn and I really love it, but it's only there to stroke, and I want it knit up. So that's why I'm de-stashing. I will also be starting de-stashing sock yarns and everything, but first I want to DK out because it's the season for DK. Knit all the hats, the mittens, the cowls, the shawls. DK shawls are really awesome. I have a few DK shawls and I really, really love them. They are so warm and snug and cozy, and really, and knitting with DK, it's fast and it's awesome. So yeah, enough about de-stashing. Yeah, I just really want to de-stash while I'm in the mood, and like, no, I want to keep it all, it's mine. So you really are helping my sanity if you are helping me de-stash. Uh, yeah, what's up here? Chatting time. Oh, personal chatting time because I have been chatting for a while. The house move. It's all set now. We are moving. The house will be ours. We bought the house. It's listed now as sold. The date for the transfer of ownership has been set. All the documents are now set in motion to be made up and everything with the lawyers. I don't know what's it called. All the information has been sent, and the date has been set. We will be owning our dream home. And it's really exciting to finally have a date to look forward to. We will not be moving at that time because we still need to have a little bit of work done in the house. A painter will go in and make some changes in the color scheme in the house, but it's all just minor. We don't need to do any remodeling or anything, just painting. Just get your own colors in to get it your own. So the moving date will be December 5th, and I am so looking forward to everything. It was so hectic the last 2 weeks because we were planning on my husband's schedule is 6 weeks home and 6 weeks away. And it has been like that for 7 years. So we were really like, okay, that's it. And he was supposed to get home at the end of November, and then we would get the key and we would move in just before Christmas, and the kids would have their school holiday, and it was just perfect. But then we found out that my husband is leaving on December 18th instead of January because he's switching ships and they decided to throw off the schedule and everything. So then it was like, well, that's not moving in December just before Christmas. So yeah, we are moving earlier than planned. And I'm really like, oh, finally it's happening. We are getting somewhere. In 3 weeks the boxes will arrive and I will start my way going packing up and decluttering everything and really start this final step of this entire process. I am so done with everything surrounding it and everything. Our house is not definitely sold yet, so we don't have the insurance for that yet, so I'm still a little bit scared, but everything is really looking good. So everyone is saying it will be fine. This house will be sold and you will be okay, no problem. So I'm trying to focus on that, but it's a little voice in my mind like, what if, what if? But my husband says, we will be fine. Trust. Have a little bit of trust. Have a little bit of faith. And so yeah, it's really hectic. I'm trying to finish up some projects so I can focus on gift knitting because we will be leaving a little bit sooner. And I just want to leave with as little as possible whips stuff on the needle so I can start fresh in the new house. It's also really scary because when we move in, my husband will only have about 2 weeks in the new house before he has to leave for his work again. And we will have Christmas and New Year's and my 40th birthday without him in a new place that's unfamiliar to us. And yeah, so I really hope those 2 weeks we will get knowing the surrounding and everything. So yeah, I don't want to think about that yet. Fortunately, I can drive a car and we have Google Maps and everything. So we will find our way. I have to be strong for that. So yeah, it's still really hectic, and I'm really looking forward to moving because the new house is just awesome. And I really still think like, I'm dreaming. This is not true. It's not possible. But it's getting really close now. We also bought new furniture. It's on order. It will arrive just before we move in, so it's really like, yay. It's really weird. And I'm, yeah, on one hand, I'm like, yay, really excited and happy and everything, looking forward to it. And on the other hand, I'm like, oh, it's so scary. And what if, what if, what if, what if? So, yeah, I'm trying to balance. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's happening, and you will still hear a lot more about that because it's still at least 2 months away. But time goes fast. So I'm going to end it here and try. Let me see. Oh, I don't have much more time. I will try to edit later today in between everything I have to do. And yeah, see you next time. Well, you will see me next time. I'm not sure when that will be, but I will be back and I will be back with more knitting. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and really. A thumbs up would be awesome. A subscription would be awesome. If there's anything you want to know about the projects, about the yarn, about anything, just send me a message. If I can answer it, I will. And yeah, thank you. I hope you will have a nice day and that you enjoyed this episode. Bye.